What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be business, Libra, and all the ways that you can make it rain. Or, something like that. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling wonderful. Just good vibrations all around here, Libra. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be. And of course, a good old surprise card at the end, Libra, just because I like you so much. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using an OG deck. It's the Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. And I have a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Libra. But let's go ahead and get into your first card, which is going to be the current situation. So, Higher Self, what's the current situation looking like for Libra? Let's see what's going on for you, Libra. Let's see what you've been cooking up in your business savvy world there. Interesting. You got the Eight of Swords here, Libra. And I feel like with this popping up here, I feel like right now we're in a place of where we're just like kind of really in our head here. The Eight of Swords is very, is one of those things that is just like, where we could be, this is Jupiter and Gemini here. And when I think of that energy, it's like I can see where it's just like with Gemini energy can being so, or potentially, could be when it's not balanced, can be very kind of sporadic energy, just sort of like kind of all over the place here. And I feel like sometimes that help, like when our minds are very active like that, with, let's say things with business that haven't been going so hot, or let's say, maybe we've been thinking about maybe starting up something here, but we keep hitting like hiccups along the road. Maybe we're not getting enough like funding for something, maybe like a partner falls through, maybe, whatever the situation is, I feel like whatever this interference is, this thing that, might be possibly putting up these roadblocks, Libra, I feel like it's something that if we don't have eyes on it, I feel like it would benefit you to just kind of like sit down, when you have some time, kind of maybe unplug from work for a second and just figure out, what's going on here, if, because it really, the Eight of Swords can really encompass a whole bunch of things, and it could be just that we've been seeing it from one lens, maybe just sitting down and maybe thinking from a different perspective might help tackle this thing, because when I think about Gemini energy as well, is that duality, seeing things from multiple sides here. So yeah, I feel like if this is something where it feels like it's been kind of getting in the way of like our destiny, like our fortune and whatnot, then I say, really sit with this thing when you get a chance, Libra, because it's only going to get kind of weird from here. But you know what? I think before we get into that, I want to get a little bit more on that Eight of Swords. So, Higher Self, can we have a little bit more on the Eight of Swords, please? Yeah, let's just see. I just want to kind of maybe get a little bit kind of more of what we're working with here, Libra. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hopefully not a stack. Okay. Interesting. You got the Four of Discs here, Libra. And so I feel like right now we're just at this place where we're just like our foundation doesn't feel solid. I feel like where it feels like we're just kind of like lost our power, maybe like our grips on a situation here. Maybe some of us, maybe, and not that I think you're losing your job, Libra, but maybe that's something, maybe something weird's going off with work. Maybe we're going through like, maybe there's been some kind of shakiness. There have been talks about maybe like a layoff possibly. But it's got you, I feel like really whatever this Eight of Swords is really kind of, it's really kind of gotten where we're either thinking about our stability or it's like it's affecting our stability in a way. And you know, Libra, that's tough, you know, and I feel like, you know, it's about when I think about the sun in Capricorn, I just feel like, you know, sometimes it's about like kind of sitting down with this thing. It's just like, okay, I'm in it, you know, like whatever this thing is, we're in it, you know, and then kind of go with like a practical approach from this thing, you know, and I know how that sounds, you know, when we're kind of in our head, you know, emotions might be kind of stirring up, but it's just like, let's see if we can kind of zen out for a second and just like really sort of like list what's going on here, you know, what caused this situation to kind of just like spiral out of hand, and then tackle it, you know, however we can, you know, whatever makes the most sense. And it could be too, you know, maybe for some we may need to take like you know, maybe it might be time to take like a mental health day, you know, or even like kind of like, or maybe like a vacation or something along those lines. If you, let's say if you got like some PTO saved up, just sort of like disconnect for a second, you know, work will be there. But right now, you know, depending on the degree of this thing, you know, it's it could get into a tricky situation there, Libra. So just something to keep in mind, you know, when you know, it's totally okay to take a pause from your, you know, whatever work is, you know, that'll be there, you know, but your you know, whatever your mental state's got to come first, because you can't make anything rain if we're all caught up in our head here. So just something to think about. Let's get to your second card, which is going to be a current challenge. Thanks, higher self. So higher self, what are some current challenges that Libra might be facing, as if this isn't already a big old challenge as it is, Libra? Let's see what else is going on with that. Boy. Okay. Interesting. You got the Six of Swords here, Libra. And I feel like with this, you know, the challenge is, I feel like really kind of, honestly understanding, I think, what's going on here, which is kind of like a duh, but it's more specifically, you know, the Six of Swords is like, it's a card of directed knowledge, you know, it's being intentional, you know what I mean, and being focusing, not just like being in a state of just like, okay, there's something wrong with me and I don't understand it. It's more than that. It's taking a deeper dive. There's something, I'm not balanced. Why? And and then again, like listing that stuff here, because when you think about whatever it is going on in your head, the answers are they're being looped right in front of you. Put that down and then figure out what it is, how we can tackle this stuff here. And if it's something that you can, you know what I mean? Because it could be something that might be out of your control right now. So it's like, if that's something, okay, put that in the future box. What can I focus on presently? You know, let's not focus on the things that we can't, because maybe that's sometimes something too, you know, maybe it's like we get in this list and we're so stubborn with it, where it's like, you know, we'll start here and then it's like, well, if I can't get past like what I put down for number one, you know, you don't have to keep doing that, Libra. You can move number ones around. You can shift this stuff around here. That's the beautiful thing of it. You know, it's if it's not making sense, yeah, let's then, you know, let's not keep beating our head up against the wall, because that's only going to feed this. You know, it's going to keep to where we're going to stay blocked here. And so I really feel like, you know, being intentional with how we're going about this thing is going to be a big help for you, Libra. Another thing too, you know, this is one of my cards of travel. It's more specifically, I want to say it's travel by oh geez, it's like travel either by water or by land, but you know what, either way, I'm thinking some travel is coming up in the mix here. You know, it's something that maybe we need, like I think again when I was talking about maybe a vacation or something along those lines, or even if you can get a chance, if you don't have PTO, maybe when your next couple days off, get out and like go out and do something. You know, maybe if you got a car, go for a drive. You know, if we're around public transportation, I don't know, go somewhere you haven't been before. You know, change up your scenery, something that's gonna maybe just kind of help maybe bring some fresh perspective to this thing. Because, you know, sometimes when we're in our head here and, you know, we're going to the same kind of places over and over again, all you're going to remember is how you're feeling in those energies here. And so we need to get out of that space, and then when we come back in, we can see how we can maybe adjust our environment, you know, because it could be too, you know, maybe something needs to be switched up there too. So just something to ponder, Libra. Let's get to your third card, which is going to be where where you can possibly find some help with this energy. So, higher self, where can Libra find some help with this energy? Let's see, maybe where we could see if where Libra can get some assistance here. Let's, yeah, Libra, because this is tough. You know, I get that, being in that loop. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, Libra. Princess of Wands here, and where you know what, I feel like with the Princess of Wands popping up, this could be maybe one, you know, if we've been kind of like, and you know, this isn't medical advice, Libra, you know, kind of deal with this as it makes sense. You know, maybe we, something might help with maybe finding people, maybe a professional who can kind of help, kind of guide through this thing if it's something, you know, a little more serious. But I feel like even someone, maybe finding someone who embodies this Princess of Wands energy, in the sense of like, you know, like let's get up and tackle this thing. You know, someone who's going to, they're not just going to be like, I don't want to put this, Libra, like, they're not just going to be like, oh, well, Libra, you shouldn't feel that way. You know, that really sucks and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, they're going to offer you help along with the stuff here. It's like, well, Libra, have you thought about maybe doing this? You know, Libra, I like doing blah, blah, blah when I'm feeling this way, you know, or, you know, how about maybe trying this thing? You know, like the Princess of Wands, and she inspires, you know, she's a type like, she's uplifting energy here. And I feel like some of us would either, like, it benefits either being around people who are like maybe a little more uplifting it, or maybe even telling ourselves some more kind of uplifting things if we've been caught in this just like a negative, you know, whirlpool here. And I know how that might sound, you know, it may sound like I'm saying, you know, like you gotta like fake this thing, or, you know, we're like ignoring the issue, but it's like, Libra, if you've been operating from this negative headspace and, you know, been doing this like negative stuff here to while we're in that space, how's that been working out for you? If it hasn't been going so great, I'm just offering maybe we switch it up a little bit, you know, feeding some positivity into it. And again, you know, if we switch up how we're doing things, because the same old ain't been working. But if we can breathe in some freshness, you know, some positivity, then we can go about this thing in a more productive way. You know, we can really start getting some results here, you know, because she's a type. When I think about our relationship in the beginning, I might have talked about the Princess of Wands with you before, but when we first started, I was just like, girl, what is up with this hat? Your lion's always asleep. It was always constantly like, I was 8 of Swordsing at her. It was like, bam, you know, trying to keep her down, and she was like, nope. And then I, you know, maybe something else. I was like, girl, you didn't bring any clothes today. She's just like, who cares? And you see what happens, you know, after a while, and naturally it didn't really take that long, maybe a couple of goes there, because she was aggressive with it. You know, she'd be popping up all over different people's readings, and then now we're like the best of friends. You know, it's like we've bonded here, and I feel like that's something where maybe we need to like bond with ourselves. You know, get back into a loving space here. You know what I mean? You know, because that's what I really feel like that's really going to be the best way to really help you break this spiral here. Because really the 8 of Swords is just like, it's a cage that we put in ourselves. It's self-imposed prison. But the nice thing is with that prison, you built it. You as quick as you built it up, you can knock that bad boy down whenever you're done getting the wisdom from that thing here, Libra. And it's going to be something that, you know, it's no one can tell you, like force you to do this thing. It's you got to take that first step here, and then, you know, then we can work with this energy here, Libra. And you know, you're in a judgment-free zone. I'm gonna hang out with you because again, the 8 of Swords happens to the best of us, but guess what? That's the universe reminding us that we are all the best, and that we can rise from this thing again. Just as the Princess of Wands rises up out of the 8 of Swords like a phoenix, so can you, Libra. So let's get to your 4th card, which is going to be some long-term gains. So, higher self, what are some long-term gains for Libra? Let's see what you got to look for in that distant future. You know, we've been working on some optimism here. We've been raising your vibration, Libra. Let's see where we're going from that there. Boom! Look at that. And yeah, boom, because 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Discs. It don't matter. It's raining, Libra. Okay. Because with the 10 of Discs, the 10 of Discs is your wealth here. It's a tree of life. It's your abundance. It's Bay. You know, this is definitely one of your, you know, this is what we've been looking for. You know, now this is if things have been feeling like, you know, just again like stagnant, or just like, you know, maybe it's been just like kind of bad luck, like there's abundance coming from this thing, but I feel like that there's something that needs to be, we need to focus on like our health here, and our because I think too, you know, when I think about like Virgo energy, because this is Mercury in Virgo here, or yes, Mercury in Virgo, and so Mercury's at home, one, but Virgo energy is, you know, they're kind of they rule, they're in charge of the sixth house. You know, they have a relationship with the sixth house, and that's has to deal with your health. You know, that's one of the aspects of that thing. You know, that's why I keep like, I feel like, you know, it's something to be talked about. You know, like your mental health here, because sometimes, you know, I feel like, you know, when we talk about health, you know, we're just thinking about, oh, are you moving the body? Which those are important things too, Libra. Make sure we're moving the body. You know, if we've been feeling kind of stiff or something like that, that'll help get the stuff moving too. You know, let's try to get real creative with how we're, and I'm just gonna keep dancing for you, Libra, but you know, let's get creative with this energy here, but also, you know, make sure that our head's in a right place here, because that literally, that is just as important, if not more so sometimes, you know, because it like, if the mind thinks if mind thinks it's happening, then so it is, you know. And it's just like, how can we Ten of Pentacles, Princess of Discs, you know, excuse me, Princess of Wands, you know, because Libra, it's coming, but it's just like it's taking those steps, and then realizing that everything, you know, when we solve all that stuff here, the abundance starts pouring back in again. You know, we realize that we had everything that we need, that there was a lesson here, and then we get the reward from that thing, the growth from this thing. You know, whatever abundance looks like for you. You know, that legacy, that fulfillment. You know, all those destiny, those big words. Look at it coming at you here, Libra. And you know, too, as aggressive that I think I'm being with this stuff here, I feel like maybe some of us, if we've been really being down on ourselves, you know, maybe if it's like we've been, whatever that is, I say put sticky notes all over the place, you know, write down and you know, to make it too, you can be any kind of positive affirmation, but if you can make it personal, that's just a bonus. And I feel like, you know, put that stuff down there, put it in a place that you're going to see it all the time, you know, that's going to, you know, just be all up in your face, so that when we do get on a spiral, we catch those things, and it's just like, oh my goodness, I was here, you know, what happened? Because again, like if we're not good here, this is going to be, it's not that it's going to disappear, but instead of coming towards you, it's just be like, ooh, Libra, that ain't that time. It's like, ooh, no, Libra. Almost like, hey, no, like, that's not the vibe, you know. Now, you come with those good vibrations. You see what I mean, Libra? Let's be mindful. Okay, let's get to your because now the ten of discs is being silly. Let's get to your fifth card, which is going to be some short-term gains. So, higher self, what are some short-term gains for Libra? Let's see what we can expect here in the near future. Let's get some, because I get that, you know, when that's in like the, you know, distance, it's just like, well, I'm ready to be happy right now. So let's see what's going on there. Okay. You got the two of discs here, Libra. So if you're ready to be happy right now, let's start changing things up. You know, let's switch the game up here, because I feel like, you know, when we embrace the fact that there's a change that needs to happen here. You know, how we maybe been operating. You know, what have we been telling ourselves? It could, you know what, Libra, this could be too. You know, maybe we're not feeling secure at our job, or, you know, we're not feeling like, and then what I mean by that is just like, maybe we're not feeling the most from this thing. You know, maybe we've been feeling kind of depressed, because it's like, you know, maybe you want more, you know, and maybe it's been like a long time, and you're feeling like, well, how could I possibly, if we're thinking about maybe like, I want to change careers, but, you know, I've been at this thing too long, and I don't know what to do, and then, you know, I got to think about my retirement, and blah, 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 and all these things, and it's just like, Libra, pause. You know, your happiness is first and foremost, and I find that when you focus on that, the stability is going to come, you know, like all of that falls into place. You know, it's like there are a bunch of ways to keep that foundation, you know, that retirement, and like, you know, the 401ks and all that stuff, like where they're like, yeah, they're cool, like, are there other ways for you to what about like passive income? You know, why not have like a little, get some side streams going up here? You know, if you like doing little things, you know, maybe you like I don't know, maybe you like making music on the side, or maybe you want to grow some plants or something like that, sell herbs. You know, maybe you want to work with crystals, you know, maybe whatever Libra, you know. But I feel like, you know, if that's something that's resonating with you, change it up. And keep in mind, Libra, don't go to your job telling you like, hey, Justin says I got a 2 a disc, I got to change it up here, so bye. Not if it don't make sense, Libra. don't get me in trouble, because, you know, I'm trying to help you raise that vibration here. We want to be practical with it, but we want to have fun, you know. We want to get our fulfillment. You want to get that joy and that all that life has to offer here. So I say go get it, Libra. It's right there. It's just like, really, I feel like a paradigm shift, you know, is wanting to happen here. And it's just, you know, embracing the fact that, yeah, it might be time for a change, and that's okay. And then too, Libra, I can't, and I'm going to make it more of a point to stress this. It don't matter if you're, because some people may think they're too young to start to switch, or to maybe even start something, you know, or they don't even have the skills yet, you know, or, you know, you might be thinking like you're too old to do this stuff or whatever, and it's just like false for both. You can, if you're young, you can start thinking about that stuff right now. If you can't get to the job, to the place you want right now, what are some skills you can pick up? You know, like let's start working that way. If you're thinking too old, well, okay, you may not be able to do it like how you wanted to do it in your 20s, but how do you want to do it in your 50s? How do you want to do it in your 60s? How do you want to do it in your 80s? How does that look? Because you can make it look however you want. It's just being adaptable with this energy here. No one can tell you that you can't have any type of nothing, because this is yours wherever, whenever, however you want to. Whew, Libra, I don't know what's going on, but now we're I hope you know I'm not coming at you. I'm getting geeked up for you, Libra. I just want you to know that you can get whatever this is. Hold up. Keep eyes on that, Libra. That's yours. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna keep getting. I feel like we're getting ready to get an ego boost, Libra. Let's talk about your 6th card, which is gonna be some strengths here, because man, I'm with it. We're gonna get you good, Libra, here in no time. You watch this, because higher self, what are some strengths that Libra's working with here? I'll tell you. Let's see what you got. I can barely shuffle, Libra. The potential that's coming out this thing is unreal. Okay. Yes, Libra. You got the Eon card here. You got the Eon card because you can put this behind you. We are getting ready to close the chapter. And I mean no disrespect, Eight of Swords. You served a purpose here because you helped level Libra up. Because the thing to the Libra card, yes, Libra, you are ascending, and because this is also the Judgment card in other decks, you know. And the Judgment card for me is like that mad level up. This is that realizing that yes, I can get my 10 of disc here. I feel like I want that a little bit more. There we go. I can get my 10 of disc here. I can be Princess of Wands. I forgot we're not that far in it yet. But we can put the chapter on this thing here. You know, we don't have to stay in this forever. You know, this isn't permanent. This is just an experience here. This is a lesson here. This is growth here. And then and the nice thing too about this card here is that it is coming, because, you know, if we've been looking for like a sign, you know, that like, how am I going to ever get over this? Here's that heat, because this is one thing too in this deck, you know, this card is represented by fire here. Here's the heat you needed. Here's that energy that the Princess of Wands needed to get this thing here. You know what I mean, Libra? Because this is dope. This is good. You know, this is realizing too that you can get out of this stuff here, that this is stuff that you've built up in your head here. You know, it doesn't take away from the situation that has happened, but how we let that situation affect us is that's the world that I'm talking about here. We can think about this thing of whatever that's going on here as if this is going to just forever keep me down, that I'm never going to rise up again, that I'm just going to stay in these ashes and whatever else that we might be telling ourselves, Libra. But again, we can switch up that paradigm. We can change our mentality here, and we can say, you know what, it's been real. Thank you for stopping by, but I'm feeling stable again. I'm feeling, you know, I'm about to throw all the cards at you again. Do you want to go through that all again, Libra? Because I'll keep doing. That's why we're not getting all these. I'm not even gonna blame that on you, Libra, because this is good, Libra. This is growth that's happening here. And it's within all of you. You know, that's the thing. This is the energy that you're bringing me here. You know, this is not me sifting through the cards, figuring out, well, because Libra, I would not have put that on you. One, but it's in two, Libra, you don't have to keep this on you. You know, that's the thing. It may have happened. We don't got to keep it on it. We've been talking about this stuff here. I almost forgot about it. You know what I mean? Let's start a new chapter, Libra. And you know what? With any new chapter, there are going to be some new weaknesses that are coming in. That's going to be the next card. But weaknesses are strengths waiting to be discovered and refined. So let's get pumped. Higher self, what are some weaknesses that Libra is going to hone and add to there too? Well, you know, because the expansion is happening, Libra. There's something that's good that's cooking up. Bam! Ace of Wands. And you know, right now, with the Ace of Wands popping up, we've been feeling in this place. Because am I just going to keep holding from you, or I'm going to tell you something about it? It's that energy. It's that all that fire that I've been talking up until now. Here it is. This is your next move here in whatever you want to do. Because, like I said, the chapter is done. Where do you want to go next? Because this is the aces for me, really just they're like a seed here. You know, you're planting something new. Where do you want to go? You want to get out of this Eight of Swords? What does that look like? You know, what's calling you? You know, where does that, in Libra, there may be some of you just like, I don't know. Well, start with something that you love. That's the easiest way to do it. Because you know what? Believe it or not, you know, like I have like a musical background, and you know cards have been in like my life, but it would have not dawned on me to do this thing until it was like a whole. I don't even know how to explain how it happened, Libra, but it just did. You know, music was my love, and music is still my love. But music, you know, crazy enough has brought me here. You know, and it's just like how that journey has happened. You know. We'll write a book about it, Libra. You know, we'll exchange notes later. But first, we got to get moving. You know, we got to start this thing. And I feel like, you know, is finding that motivation and realizing too. Again, Libra, this is the energy that you're bringing me. That heat, that fire, that drive. It's still in you. It's not that it never dies. It's one of those things that it might get diminished. You know, it might get down to like a candle flame because we just forgot about it. But man, when we're ready to crank that heat back up, boy, it is ready to just blow up. And you know what? I don't even know if I mentioned, this isn't a gender-specific reading, Libra. You are all princesses of wands in this scenario here, because the princess of wands, she again, you tell her that she's got all this stuff to work with, she is going to bring it. So bring it, Libra. Go bring it. Let's get to your 8th card. Which is going to be, thank you, higher self, what to focus on in the present. So, higher self, what can Libra focus on in the present? Let's see where we can channel this Ace of Wands here, Libra. Let's see where we can get some stuff started here. I'm with it. You got the 3 of Swords, Libra. This is one of your cards here. The thing right now, because listen, none of this energy matters. You know, the fact that we even knowing this stuff matters if we don't allow that thing to heal. You know what I mean? If we ignore that part of you that's wanting to resolve, we're going to have to face it, you know, at some point in time, you know, and again, do it as it makes sense. And 2, Libra, like I was saying, you know, you don't have to do this thing alone here. You know, do it in the way that works the best for you. But addressing this thing here, because Libra, I like, it's, you know, I may not understand the degree of what's going on here with you, but I do understand that it sucks, you know, and it's got you feeling some kind of way. And it's in that it's not ideal, but Libra, there's a purpose, because even with when I think about the Three of Swords, with it being, kind of somber, kind of depressing, really kind of, kind of sad, melancholy energy. This is Saturn in Libra here, and Saturn is exalted in Libra. Oh, hold on, Libra. Let me make sure. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought my computer died there for a second. But this is Saturn in Libra here, and it's okay. I lost my train of thought. It's exalted. Saturn's exalted in Libra, and it's one of those things you could see this lesson as something that is just trying to restrict you here, because Saturn is the planet of one of the things is planet of restrictions here. Or you could see it as Saturn is trying to present you something like Libra. Here's something that that's wanting to be unlocked, that's needing to be addressed, that's wanting to be free, so that some growth can come from this thing. Like, are you ready to deal with this? And that's all Saturn is doing. Saturn is kind of like it's Capricorn's ruler, and so it's bringing that fatherly energy, because that's Capricorn's considered the father of the zodiac, and where sometimes like father may come about discipline, because it wants to be disciplined from dad, but it's even feel like that, but there's a valuable lesson to be had from that thing. So just something to think about, like just the healing, I really feel like that's where the growth is going to start here, Libra. Let's get to your ninth card, which is going to be what to focus on in the future. So, higher self, what is it that Libra should focus on in the future? Let's see what are some future stuff that that Libra should be focusing on here. Okay, Libra, I'm with it. There you are. I'm with that. Because now that we've started healing, Libra, we can start adjusting. We can start balancing out again. I just got chills, Libra. We can start getting back to ourselves again, Libra. This is, yes. Libra, look at that. I hope you felt that, because that was fantastic what you just did there. This is because this is you in harmony. You know what I mean? This is you feeling, because it's more than, I feel like, than just the basic, just like balance. You know what I mean? It's about, I feel it's bigger than that. It's just like, what does balance look like in the air? How do you balance out of such a free energy? You know what I mean? An energy that's meant to provide, that stability for other signs. How do you balance the wind? How does the scales balance itself? How do you, because it's easy to see it on everybody else, but when we have to focus within, it gets a little bit trickier if it's not something that we've practiced. But now that we've noticing that, I feel like, when we start getting into this habits of when we feel the adjustment, like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. I'm trying to Eight of Swords right now. Let's adjust a little bit, okay. And now I'm leaning a little too much in my abundance. Let's get back here. Libra is a very, and think too, Libra, your ruler is the Empress. And if you've had the Empress with me, I can't recall offhand, but I could talk about the Empress all day. But the Empress really is about, she takes care of herself. She can't get anything accomplished if she's all up, if she's feeling something right now, if she's in something right now. She's going to take the time to nurture that and get herself right, because she's about the Venus and the Empress. And you, Libra, is about, getting that abundance, having your realm where everything is just in where it should be. It's beautiful. Everything is just, it's just, Empress energy. I don't even really know what much more to say to that, Libra. That is going to be, you're leveling up. You see that? We're leveling up. So let's get to your last card, which is going to be some opportunities. So higher self, what are some opportunities that are coming in for Libra? Let's see what's coming in for you there, Libra. Oi, a whole stack, Libra, just big old opportunities. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm with it. you got the Prince of Swords here, or excuse me, Prince of Wands here. You know, let's switch over. Because with the Prince of Wands, you know, he's the type that, you know, maybe right now it just like it doesn't make sense. You know, we feel like that, maybe we feel like we're imposters, you know, or maybe we feel like that it's like that we have to, in order for us, like I don't know, like I feel like maybe some of us feel like this like if we do this positive aspect of it, maybe it won't feel as genuine or something, Libra. But I feel like it's one of those things, just give it a try, because you know it's just gonna feel new right now, but it's gonna be one of those things, you know, it's, you know, with practice you're going to refine this thing, you know, because normally the Prince of Wands, he's like my fake it till you make it card, but this is, he can be too, you know. In order to do that, it's like it's refining your skills. Let's look at it from we're looking at it from a different perspective. That's another thing too. He can be a card of refinement, you know. He's got all this energy, you know. We got all this Ace of Wands, and then you got him and the Princess of Wands, and then, you know, we got this Eon card getting ready to start something new, and all that heat is just like, he might be just sort of like, oh, what do I do? And it's just like, breathe, Libra. That's what you do. You breathe and you figure this thing out. You come at this from a calm mindset, you know, from a harmonic mindset, from your energy, you know, from a balanced mindset here. And then with time, things are going to start making sense, and you're going to get closer and closer and closer and closer to your best self, you know, your balanced state here. So just something to think about, Libra. So I think I'll leave that there. Whew, that was a little intense there, Libra, but I'm with it because there's going to be some growth coming on here. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up. Libra, share this thing. You know, if we know people who are going through this stuff, because that's being in the Eight of Swords can be tough, and it really can throw us off our game in business and life and just all over the place. So, you know, let's raise that vibration. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. I'm getting better about being all up on Facebook. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placements, or, you know, when we get back starting up businesses, you know, maybe you're working with a Cancer, check out my other channel, The Sheridan Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time, Libra. But all that housekeeping in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here, so I can get you out there and just start manifesting, Libra. You got the Magus card here. And, you know, let's start manifesting just some ways that we can start healing ourselves. You know what I mean? Let's start there, you know. And then I just feel like, you know, once we really start opening up those channels, and everything is just going to start making sense again. Things are going to start lining up, and then, you know it, before you know it, Libra's making it rain, you know. Abundance is coming in for you. So yeah, Libra, I like that. And I think we're gonna leave it there. So stay safe out there. You know, this is tough, and you know how I feel. If we've been struggling with this thing, you know, having trouble raising the vibration, this is me helping you raise that vibration, Libra, because we're a team, and no matter what you're going through, you know, your soul tribe has got you, you know. And I will catch you on the next one later.